Hey everyone, this is my Patreon-powered reaction to the 15th episode of Black Lagoon. So, in the last episode, Balalaika was able to figure out the story about these twins, able to figure out, their names and all that. And the twins are now trying to escape, and a lot of people are trying to prevent them from doing so. But these twins are pretty good at killing, so they're holding their own to be sure. And when that doesn't work, they just try bribing, which they have the money to do because they took it. But Ida may have been a bit susceptible to that, but Revi not so much. Her idea is to just kill them and take the money anyway, which can't really argue with that logic, I guess. But yeah, also had a pretty lengthy conversation between Balalaika and Mr. Chang, which was pretty intense. And a guy that was a decoy for the twins that got gunned down. Feel sorry for that person. And yeah, we pretty much ended off with Revi and Etta ready to take on the twins. And Balalaika deciding what she's gonna do about all this now that Revi's kind of gotten in the middle of it. So yeah, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. Huh. Uh. You know, I never really pointed this out before, but both the opening and the ED like almost entirely feature just Revi. Like you got a couple glimpses of some characters there, but for the most part, it's all Revi. Like the ED especially is literally just nothing but Revi. Swan Song at Dawn, a title that makes you think people are gonna die. And a rockin' that Shia LaBeouf shirt. And here we go. You may have a gun, but I have an axe. More people with guns show up. You almost hit Etta. Very rude. Yeah. You don't really want to pick a fight with Hotel Moscow if you can avoid it. Do you really want to do this? A kiss for good luck, I guess. I mean, you don't really want to piss off the Russians more than you have, trust me. Pretty cool fountain. Ooh, a shooting star. Probably want to make a wish, like, for some twins to die, perhaps. Balalaika. They are very clever, there's no doubt about that. Everybody wants to stir up confusion, it seems like. I guess we'll see how splitting up turns out for them. Yeah, that might have been for the best. I was about to say, I don't think that's too much of a concern for her. Sounds fun to me. Probably not the time for this, though. That settled out quickly. Don't leave me alone, Revy. I thought we'd go to a hotel together or something. Wow. I'm scared. Please hold my hand. Ain't that the truth? Have you met Revy? That's not a good sound to hear behind you. Is it too late to accept that bribe? I bet you didn't. Nobody would want to do that. Unless it's, you know, under the right circumstances. You're not gonna kill the Russian lady. You're not exactly sane. I don't know if you've heard. I mean, if they really think they can kill Balalaika, then... You're adorable, but so scary. Yeah, in this show, you don't need much more reason than that. So usually Prophet's one of them. Oh, that's what she's going to grab. Very different than my actions. Okay, there we go. Just the order of operations. Many hours later. Bullet casings and blood everywhere. Just another day at Renapur. Don't mind me, I'm just napping. I mean, she's quite obviously trying to bait the twins that come there. This is what it seems like to me. And it worked. Well, of course it would work. That was their goal. Well, they're tired of you guys killing them. They're going to die. What does it make you? I somehow doubt that, but go for it. You can tell this man's never met Balalaika before. That's one word for them. Mischievous pranks. And there you go. He's on the ground. I mean, he shouldn't be that surprised that there'd be some kind of bodyguard that could see Balalaika. Yeah, it was quite obviously a trap. It's not as clever as you might have thought them, I guess. We'll see about that. I failed to see your logic. You're not actually a vampire, right? And that is really creepy what they're doing with the voices. Yes, in English. It's a good thing. You know, as an act of mercy. But his sister's still out there. Of course, part of their thing is they were strong together and they split off, so that probably didn't help at all. I almost pity him, but done some horrible stuff and took glee in it, so it's kind of hard to. It was pretty, How old are you exactly? I imagined early 30s, but it's really hard to tell in anime. It does seem like it's the end of the arc, though. Well, yeah, I never did really think about it, but yeah, it's been a while since we had our boat adventures. It's pretty nice, I'll admit. So that's what's going on. That's interesting. Taking a nap, maybe? What's Rock doing? Oh, he's the audience member. This is so weird. They weren't kidding. This is an odd turn. They just kill the brother and keep the cute one. I'd still be a little bit scared to be in a room alone with her. Yeah, he's Rock. He's cool. He used to be a salaryman. His life took a bit of an odd turn as well. He hasn't met a lot of those. Who's naughty and nice, in other words. Little Miss Santa Claus. But how does she feel about her still being alive? Imagine not happy. I mean, you got to kill one of them. You really don't. You are not. Well then. Hotel Moscow is not to be underestimated. Yeah, I don't see that ending well. So why exactly did they decide to take up her as a client, exactly? It seems like it's not a good idea for many reasons. Cool nickname. Well, they want you where they can keep an eye on you. Uh, Very sad backstory. It'd be cool if she actually became a main character, but I doubt it. That's a little bit messed up. And eventually sold to the black market, yeah. There's actually people being cruel to you. Of course they were. You still scare me a little bit, but uh as if I wasn't scared enough as it was. Please put the wig back on. Uh, just so freaky. Uh, uh, I've had enough of this. I'm going home. uh, Jeez. I wouldn't say exactly the same. He's not as nice as Rock is. That would be one way to make it a main character. Might have lived something closer to a semblance of a normal life. I'm gonna keep talking about how scary twins are, but it is really, really sad. Sure. I'm sure that will happen. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Well, damn. That is so messed up. Oh my god. Man, I got hit by such hard chills in this scene. I mean, I usually cut out the BD, but I'm not gonna do that this time, obviously. Because it's similar to Revi's, but difference, obviously. Throughout so much of this episode, I just felt so on edge and just... This episode has been a very, very intense ride, and it's both of them, too. And this might have been the saddest ending to any episode of this anime so far. I think almost without question. Like, I almost teared up there. So that was the 15th episode of Black Lagoon. And this episode, it was, I think it's safe to say this is one of the saddest episodes of the series so far. So, our twins, Hansel and Gretel, they split up in an attempt to confuse the Russians. And one of them actually made it to Balalaika, and I don't know what he was really thinking there, because it was quite clearly a trap. Does he really think she would just sit there without any kind of armed guard around her? But no, there was a sniper, and he took care of him, gunned him down, and Balalaika just kind of sat there and watched him slowly die. Which was sad, of course. Even though I mean, just the twins did a lot of horrible things, so I can't really say they shouldn't have been killed because it's you can't really say that if the future is going to be them continuing to kill people. So I just kind of consider it to be a necessary evil. So I didn't have too much of a problem with it. But then we have the other twin. The other twin, next time we saw her, she was with Black Lagoon on the ship, and they were transporting her somewhere. And you had Rock alone with her to kind of keep an eye on her. And she had a very lovely singing voice, and she was kind of bonding with Rock there for a while. But eventually she kind of became a bit too much for him, and he just kind of stormed out. Which is understandable, and Rebby just kind of came in and laid down the law. And pretty much, yeah, took over watching her, I guess. But, you know, the scenes between her and Rock were pretty cute, of course. And she just kind of gave us a bit more on her backstory there, here and there. But eventually they made it to their destination. She got off the boat. And she was gunned down by, of course, Hotel Moscow, Balalaika's doing. Which, I guess that shouldn't be super surprising, because she wasn't just gonna let this go. But it really did suck that it had to end like that. Just, I mean, they were really making me like her there in some of those scenes between her and Rock, but yeah, I guess considering the title, Swan Song and everything, the only way this was ever going to end was with both of them dying. I guess probably deep down I knew that. One of the interesting things is that shot of her standing there with like a bloody face looking up. Like, I've seen that image before, like on the internet. I had no idea what it was from or anything, but I know I've seen that image before. So, but yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, Dutch like barely even cared that happened. I mean, of course, that's just kind of who Dutch is. All I really had to say on the matter is, you shouldn't have done that. You kind of killed your credibility and everything. He's like, I don't care, and said his circumstances as to why he doesn't really care. But yeah, I guess it's safe to say this was the end of the arc. But yeah, and even the ED, that was a nice touch with having the twins and the ED doing what Reva usually does in it. But yeah, I think that's about all I really had to say on this episode. It was one of the harder episodes to watch. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, the Dragon of Oshu, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon, and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.